Well, you can see behind me I got our transportation trailer in place. We're going to be putting the fencing around it so we can extend the piggies into it. This Wednesday, the day they go to market. And, you know, a lot of people talk about knowing where your food comes from. And that's true. But I'm a city boy moving to the country. Totally, well, I'm a city boy, urban, suburban, I guess, suburban maybe the word. Never been around farms. These guys. So what I'm doing here is we're putting our pigs in the trailer on Wednesday. It's processing day, and you know, there's a difference between knowing where your food comes from and knowing your food. I know a lot of farmers will talk about knowing where your food comes from. It's why we do this, and that is partly why we do this. But there's another piece of the puzzle, and that is you not only know where your food comes from, you get to know your food. Like these pigglers have been on the farm for 6 months, and we got them when they were little bitties, like 50 pounds. They're big old boys, girl. And it's time that they do what they have. We raised them for. But it's still, I'm a suburban kid. I grew up suburban, a little bit of farm experience, shoveling cow poop. A friend of mine raised a pig once, but I was just in and out. I didn't have no real personal attachment. And now I've raised these pigs since piglets, and it's interesting. It's like I raised them for this, and I'm going to use them for this because that's what their purpose was. It doesn't mean I like it. Just be straight up with you guys. Don't mean I'm comfortable with this. But as part of farming goes is, the respect of the life of the animal. Yeah, these pigs could live a long time probably. I don't know how long they could live. They're just feeder pigs, but they couldn't have babies. So, it's like they'd just be here eating and mulling our grass over. And we did it. We put our investment in. We sold one to a family. So they're actually going to benefit from this. But knowing your food, knowing when they come running up to you because you got the food bucket, or scratching their back because they like it, that's a different story. Now, here's the weird part, and this part I've never heard anybody else talk about. When you know your food, not only know where it comes from, know your food, and you process that food, you have a responsibility to respect that life by eating the food that you raised it for. Seems kind of twisted thinking, and before, if I'd been, you asked me, the city guy me, when I didn't do this for 3 years, I would have said, that's weird, that's messed up thinking, but it's really not. As you explore and get to know where the food comes from, and get to know your food, it's not messed up thinking. They were raised for this, they were fed, they were cared for, they were babied like crazy with foods and fats and garbage. Well, garbage, breads. And so, when they get processed, if I didn't eat them, I would feel like I've disrespected the life energy that we're taking. And that's, for me, the most important thing. So, as you think about homesteading, or if you're not a homesteader, you're thinking about it, or you're just getting into it, there's some psychological processes that go on here that I never knew about. And I might even start writing some blogs on the psychological process of homesteading, because it's a major change from city guy to country, farmy type guy. But I might do some blogs or videos on that. But anyways, so I'm going to set the fence up. I'll let you watch, and we'll go. pigglers. 5 pigglers. And my pigglers. Oh, good baby. Take a little baby. Distracted. What's distracted? These big old piles of these two on. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, well, here I got my gate open to the trailer, and I dumped some sugary donuts in the trailer. So I figured that might entice them, and sure enough, one of them hopped on in there. So I think we'll be okay in a few days. They got some grass here to eat, and got some donuts up in there. They'll probably find them again. But just took an old gate and put it over here and reinforced it like crazy. And then we put the trailer there, so a few days, hopefully they'll go in and get fed, and they're going in now with just donuts, so I think we'll be okay.
Well, that one went in without donuts.
Well, yeah, she was
just curious.
Curious piggies. And that's a little bit of a tilt, but that's fine, they're just nuzzling it. Alright, well, there you go. We'll start feeding them in there and get some more video. And this is why we do this trailer deal. Because on Wednesday morning, these guys have got to go to the, well, you know, I won't say that. But they think the trailer's a big old trough. So our good piggers, they're going to go Wednesday morning. So it's holding up well. So shouldn't be a problem getting them in, shutting the doors. Part of farming. So I'm gonna get them some water. We're just throwing this whole little kind of segments together. So that's Monday morning. They go Wednesday morning, and well, that's the way it is. Well, this one's hard for me to make. The end of the video. Well, maybe not the end of the video, close to the end of the video. We're going to load the pigs up this morning, shut them in the trailer. It's processing day. It's hard. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. And so anyways, that's what we're doing. Maybe other people can just do this and not have you affected. And maybe it's experience, maybe it's time. But for me, it's a little personal. I like my piggers. And I don't have to process them, I suppose, but then it would be inappropriate for what I bought them for. Inappropriate for what their life is designed for. That's what these pigs are built or bred for. So it's the right thing to do. So here we go. All right. Gotta go get them in the trailer. They ain't gonna be a problem. They love to eat in the trailer. Like I said, the difference between knowing where your food comes from and knowing your food, very different. So, hi big pig. Hi big pig. There's one big pig. Thanks to all the YouTube people who put about having the trailer in the pen. Worked like a dream. There was no hesitation on the piggy's part. One last time we see the piggies. Hi piggies. One more rub. One more rub. And that's it. Off to the processor. Tough.